Oh boy. It's time for E3 Day 3. Let's go. Here comes Verizon to kick off the show. And here comes the finger gun, baby. Welcome to the Dream 3. Blah, blah. Welcome to the Dream. Welcome to the cringe. Welcome to the finger gun. Welcome to the love bullet. My mom's in the chat. It's gonna be a good day, everyone. All right. Verizon's about to kick it off and announce something great. But I think we need a little more finger guns to be ready for it. Let's go. Full schedule for today's events in the description. Everything you need to know. E3 has already started. It just started 2 minutes ago. But the finger guns need to continue. What's up, Chris? Potato, Muhammad, Jeff J, X Dow, Jeff Perkins, Zero the Weave, my mom, Roxanne Randall, Dartrix, Poppy Pablo, Black Goblin, Shifty GG, Thomas Cole, Dirty Swamp Sauce, TJ Yondi, Randy, Heavy High Def, Havoc Time, Sandy, Sam, everyone, Ronnie. Go. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Who's hype now? Oh, Matt, 2310. 3 days in a row. It's going to be 4 days in a row.
That makes other innovations possible.
All right, so Verizon just started, and this is perfect timing because they didn't announce anything during the whole hype sesh. But now they're playing their trailer. I have no idea what Verizon is doing with video games, but I guess we'll find out. No Target news yet, Statics. Tonight. After the stream, check my Twitter. All right. What is this? What is this?
Wow, The 5G gaming revolution is
Oh,
on.
5G.
5G ultra-wideband and mobile edge compute are literally game changers for this industry.
Yes, I'm back, Anna
And to prove
Pennington.
it, we'll hear from
Brandon,
friends I'm
Brandon
proud to
Ackley,
have
I'm doing
here
great
with us
today. How are you guys?
Dignitas,
I just
EA,
ate 16
Team
pizza
Liquid,
rolls,
and Riot Games.
and now
It's
I'm
an
gonna have a
amazing
kind bar.
Group. All the games, all the programs,
Hey,
the
Ulysses.
hardware.
Hi,
being
Eli. Hi,
announced
Dominic.
Here at E3, all of them require a powerful
All right.
network.
Let's enjoy the show.
Verizon 5G will take all of them to the next level. We're talking about capabilities that include speeds that
White
can
Panther,
reach up
thank
to
you, man.
4 gigabits per second.
Yo, what's up, Carter?
Latency
Thank you, bro.
measured in milliseconds. The potential to
My back's
support
definitely a little
more
better today.
connected devices than ever before.
Ooh, and an air
Smaller
fryer, Matt? That
handsets
sounds
With
good.
extended battery life. It's simply incredible.
Breathy
I'm
Rodriguez,
so excited.
hey.
To bring this to life,
What's
let's
up, Rock
see
City?
how 5G will change
Guys, if you're wondering what
everything.
time anyone starts, the full schedule's in the description. That's going to be my answer all day. Just click the description. That way, instead of having to answer every individual inquiry for a different company, you can just check the description. It'll be right in there. That's cool. Hey, Bob. All right. Oh, guys, we got like almost 100 likes right at the beginning of the stream. I appreciate that. It's always nice to see that. We love to see it. Love a copyright claim right at the beginning of the stream. Love to see it. Finger guns blazing, always. Dark Trick says, hi, Matt. Hey, what's up, Noah? Yeah, I guess Verizon advertising 5G gaming. So you can play Candy Crush with the Rock Solid connection, I guess.
So amazing. I really love that video. So now let's talk about the people who are using this technology to create the game.
Is this the new Cyberpunk?
The developers. And how this new technology will change the way they create and publish games. So to do this, I want to introduce Nikki Palmer, Verizon's Chief Product and Development Officer. Take it away, Nikki.
That's a really good question, Brandon. I don't know why. I don't know why any of this presentation so far.
To get an even better understanding.
Something really cool is coming up after Verizon, though.
Permanent transformations.
A new console is being shown off after this.
Mobile Edge
The
Compute,
Intellivision
or
Amico.
MEC. It's
kind of a
technology
gimmicky
that's having
console, but I'm still
huge
excited to
impact
see
on
it.
those game developers that Diego mentioned.
Thanks,
MEC
Sky
involves
Pacer.
putting compute power that would have otherwise been in the cloud or on the device itself into the edge of the network, where those capabilities are most needed for low latency performance. In 2020, Verizon became the first company in the world to launch MEC. We did that with Amazon Web Services Wavelength. So far, we've deployed MEC in this fashion with AWS in 10 major metropolitan areas across the United States.
Zero, yeah.
We've also announced a private MEC solution.
If you'd like to know when any
teaming
company
with
presents, the
Microsoft
schedule's in
Azure.
the description.
In addition, we announced 5G and MEC co-innovation collaborations with IBM, Cisco, SAP, and Deloitte.
Yep, a new
So in
Intellivision,
short,
that's right.
Verizon is where the tech superstars go when they want MEC done right. So, what does all this mean for developers? A lot, as it turns out. For starters, with MEC and 5G ultra-wideband, processing can happen closer to the user, reducing the time required to
They're all
upload or
ads.
download a massive
Guys,
file or
every
crunch a
single
huge
company is
database.
advertising their products.
So, say goodbye to the days
That's
of
what
high-def
this
games
is.
bogging down the network.
Thought the
Not
Intellivision
only
was an
that,
old system. It is,
truly
but they're
immersive
announcing a new
gaming
one.
in formats
Just like
virtual
PlayStation had
reality
PlayStation 1,
can
which
be
is an old
enabled.
system, but they announced new ones.
And that reduces
called
the
the
lag
PS5.
and the jitter in the experience
Intellivision has a new
that may
system
have
as well.
prevented the adoption of VR in the first place. This technology also provides a platform for hardware developers that can
KFC
change
console.
the size and weight of a headset, untethering gamers from the clunky hardware of the past and unlocking the huge gaming potential of virtual reality. With augmented reality games also on the rise, there are even more implications for game
Thanks,
developers,
Game Tech Planet.
especially the ones who are so creative that the current platforms
so
can't
much.
keep up. Until now. The platforms are here. Thanks to 5G ultra-wideband, even the most visually complex cloud-based games can come through beautifully on any user device, just as their creators intended. Developers can now focus on making the best games. They can rewrite the rules for creating eye-popping, graphics-rich multiplayer action without worrying about hardware or network limitations.
The reason I
So,
say check description
now
is
that we've
because
lifted
people
the
are wondering
creative
about all different
limitations for
companies
developers,
instead of just
I wanna
answering
shift
every single
gears to
company
talk
every
about
time
the
someone says
second
in the chat.
community being
I just
impacted
say
by the
check the
power
description.
of 5G.
Everyone
And
that's wondering
esports
about any
teams.
company ever can
Esports
find the
has been one
information.
of the fastest growing entertainment categories in the world.
Thank you.
With
Thank you
access
for
to Verizon
having me
5G
explain this.
ultra-wideband and mobile edge compute,
Good start to the
new
day.
games can be played with higher fidelity and lower latency, creating new opportunities for esports leagues, especially mobile esports. Our 5G labs have been the perfect place for esports innovation. These 5G and MEC-enabled environments are cutting-edge incubators for forward-thinking companies that are ready to build and scale the future of gaming. In early 2020, Verizon's 5G lab right here in LA became home to the Verizon 5G Gaming Center. This first-of-its-kind facility was
there we go.
created
That's
in
the best I can do.
partnership with Dignitas, serving as their West Coast headquarters, home to its League of Legends teams, and place to co-create the
Where's
future
Boris?
of
Great
esports
question.
engagement and content. Since then, we've expanded our capabilities to include a world-class XR stage, cutting-edge volumetric capture, and a space for player analytics. We are taking it to the next level, exploring how 5G ultra-wideband network can enhance player performance, enable new fan connections, and empower the
Nintendo's
next
gonna
wave
go
of
tomorrow, which
gaming
will be nice.
and esports experiences. Let's see how.
Yeah, I do remember when
I don't think
Nintendo
any
had
other
consoles. They would have the
organization or company
N64.
has what we have here at the Verizon 5G lab.
That was a
It's
great
the
time
first
as a
in
kid.
the world. So it's really exciting to be a part of something so innovative and seeing where it can take esports.
Verizon is definitely elevating the game to the next level. My name is Emily Garrido. I go by Emilite in-game, and I'm the team captain for Dignitas's
Yes,
all-women's
Brandon, they are going
Valorant
today. You
team.
can check the
We
description.
have everything that we need here. We have streaming pod rooms if we want to connect with our fans on a personal level, boot camp rooms so we can really get down to business and prepare for tournaments.
It's really nice to have the gaming center here and our own little personal streaming pods and basically
Yoda.
have one-on-one conversations with all
Good
my
to see you.
viewers. My full name is Carolyn Noquez, and in the gaming community, I am known as Art Star. I am a content creator for Dignitas, and I
Yo,
was
Mad
formerly
Action,
a
what up?
professional player on the Dignitas CSGO female team.
Esports is really just like any other sport. They want to interact with their fans, and there's a
I have no
very
idea,
high
Morgan.
level of
I'm just going in with no
accessibility.
expectations,
we have
so
a
I can
ton
just
of
be
different technology.
surprised
we
by
have
whatever
a
they do
virtual
announce.
production stage that allows for XR. We have a volumetric capture stage. 5G
I hate it when
is
they
going to
start
have
out
a
the
huge
days with these
impact
kind of
on gaming, and
presentations,
it will completely
because it sets the
revolutionize
pace
how
for the
games
whole
are
day.
played today.
And if it's kind of lame
right
like this,
now, mobile games
we all
utilize
get annoyed
either
right away, you know what I mean?
processing on a phone or processing
But
in the cloud. 5G
in 30
combined
minutes, we're
with
gonna get to
MEC
see that
is
new
going
video
to
game
completely
console, so
change
that'll be
that
fun.
paradigm. The lab is a fantastic place for us to partner with game developers.
Try to just chill until that
learn
happens, you
how
know?
they want to build their games in the future in order to take advantage of our network. So consumers will be able to have multiplayer augmented
Ate a
reality
solid breakfast
games
today.
and experiences on their mobile devices, so they will eventually be able to do that anywhere.
It is incredibly exciting to see Verizon really taking it to the next level. So innovative and always thinking of ways of how they can make it better. How can they make the connection better? How can they make your gaming experience better?
Oh, I see, Brandon. I
To
get
me,
it.
What's really exciting is when we bring in creative people.
Lily, you
who
can't
are
wait for the new
given
Intellivision
access
console?
To this
Yeah.
technology, and they come up with an idea that we
I'm very
never
interested
would
to
have
see it as
thought
well.
of. And we're just at
I
the
wonder if we'll have a
beginning
release
of how
date.
5G is going to impact games.
Oh, thanks for looking that up, Bob. Okay, so Verizon's offering
Emily,
different pricing for better
Rockstar,
gaming.
Thank you so much for that. I am so excited about the possibilities of the gaming
Oh,
center.
I'm sorry, Eli Martin.
I'm going to turn it back over to Diego.
Wow. Thanks, Nikki. I totally agree. It's fantastic to see that gaming center come to life. Now, let's move on to the third and biggest community that will be impacted by 5G. The fans and their experience.
I'm
That
definitely going to buy the new
connection
Intellivision.
between esports players and their fans is so unique. There's no other sport that has the same real-time personal connection. And just like the players, these fans want innovation too. And to create the deeper
sorry, just had to
engagement and
move my
immersive
chair closer.
experiences they want, we are going to need to harness the power of 5G. To help me bring this to life, I want
That's
to
the
introduce
plan, Anna. Yo,
someone
what's up,
who
O'Connor?
truly knows fan engagement. She has fans both as a dynamic member of the Minnesota Lynx and as a streamer with Team Liquid.
No, the Intellivision is going to be a lot better than the
Ariel
Atari VCS.
Powers.
I can confirm that. It's not going to
Thanks,
be like a
Diego.
PS5 or an
Hi,
Xbox, but it's
everyone.
going to be way better than
I
the
love
Atari one.
competition, whether it's on the court or streaming. And as one of the most successful esports organizations
Yo, what up,
in the
Slayer
world,
22?
so does Team Liquid. TL is tech forward and always
Yeah,
looking to
I wonder
push
what
the
Razer
envelope,
has in store as well.
innovating
They
how
go
we
last,
train,
unfortunately.
compete, and engage with fans. The fans obviously share that love for competition. This synergy between Team Liquid and the community lends to a critical connection, one that shapes who we are. And we've only just begun to scratch the surface of what's
What's up,
possible
O-Dog?
when it comes to community engagement and sharing moments around competition.
We don't know,
both
Victor.
in
That's why we're
person,
here to watch.
which we're all looking forward to getting back to, and virtually.
If we knew what they were going to do,
Verizon
there
5G
wouldn't be any reason to
ultra-wideband
watch,
is
right?
the key to unlocking the future of
Where's
these
Philip?
experiences. With the power to enable
Somewhere around
teams
here.
and players to deliver the most immersive and personalized experiences ever. The
I don't ignore
technology
you,
is
Unbox. I
transforming
try to say hi to
the way
everybody.
fans play and
Oh, you're going to
consume
flip me off?
content.
Okay, I'll just
Team
ban
Liquid
you
has
from the
a
channel.
20-year history of changing the game through the power of community and innovation.
Mm.
And we could not be more excited about the next phase of gaming, brought to life with Verizon 5G. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Zach? Good to see you.
Thanks so much, Ariel. This is really
Yo, what's up,
exciting
JC?
stuff. Now,
Oh, thanks,
there is
Bob.
clearly new territory to tap into with fan engagement. I am convinced it is
Oh, I see,
the
Nicholas.
future.
$250 for the black.
And to help build that future,
or white editions, and then
Verizon
$300
and
for
Team
the
Liquid
GameStop
are
special
joining
edition
forces
Intellivision.
for the groundbreaking 5G
My
innovation
Twitter is just
partnership.
Jake Randall.
Will generate
It's in the description as well.
fan-facing 5G experiences that will reshape
I'm
engagement
good, Master
around
Assassins. I'm good.
esports tournaments. Whether you're there in
What's up,
person
Gage?
or watching virtually at home in real time. Let's look first at in-person
Exactly,
events.
Kareem.
This year, as live events return, Verizon and Team Liquid will give fans new
Yes,
experiences
Jose.
at the
GameStop
industry's
will have
biggest
Xboxes
events.
in store.
We have over
on Wednesday.
60 stadiums and arenas around the country with Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband. In here, fans can look forward to 360-degree portal views into the gameplay for a fully immersive experience, and the ability for top streamers to play live from venues during these events. Something that has never been done before. Only with that powerful connection can you unlock second
Take-Two
screen
has
experiences
a
that
1 hour long
immerse fans in
interactive
the
panel, so we
competition,
don't really know what it's
and
going to
that
be.
allows top content creators to stream live from those venues. And for those watching remotely,
Got it, Kev.
VR
Thanks.
innovations will allow fans to experience live events together virtually, giving them the best
Yeah, I'll leave the
seats
title how
in
it
the
is, but
house.
thank you.
And 360-degree access that puts them in the middle of the action. I can't wait to see what comes from our Team Liquid 5G innovation partnership. Now,
You need a hype session?
Verizon's
We'll do a hype
expansive
session after we
collection
see the
of
Intellivision.
gaming industry partners is capable of reaching over 120 million of those players. And that's in the US alone. We want to show every one of them how Verizon's networks will
boy.
benefit both players
Trolls out
and
in the morning.
developers
Love to
in
see it.
totally new ways. A great example of this was our partnership with
I'm really
Epic
excited for the Nintendo
to
Direct
create
tomorrow
the
as well.
Super Bowl 5G stadium in Fortnite creative mode. This was the largest branded experience ever built in Fortnite's creative mode.
Remember to sit back
And
so
it
you're
gave
back on her.
players
Yeah, no,
the
I am. I'm all
opportunity
the way.
to interact with
All the way
their
back.
favorite NFL players and pro players in a way that's never been done before. The activation
Hey, what's up,
featured
Lock, Stock, and
4
Barrel? My morning is good.
football-inspired games and a few
Oh, thanks,
hidden
Becky.
surprises for players. It was a great demonstration of the power of 5G for gaming with the low lag and highest speeds made only possible by Verizon 5G
Can we see Philip?
Ultra Wide.
Yeah, I don't know where he is, though.
But 5G
I'll
doesn't
get him in a
just
minute.
transform
I'm just going to
battle
finish
royale games
my
like
Mandarin
Fortnite.
Oranges, which is the last
It
part of my
also changes
breakfast.
single-player and strategy games. I am thrilled now
This
to
guy doesn't
invite
put
a
us to
friend
sleep
of
at the
mine
beginning.
to talk about how Verizon 5G is amping up the player experience.
Is this
He
new?
is safety for the
Was
LA
Madden on
Chargers
mobile before?
and a seriously engaged model NFL player, Derwin James.
I hope so, One Mile
What's up,
Punch.
my man?
So great to
Oh, hey,
have
what's
you.
up, Pedro? Welcome.
Thanks for coming. You know, you all know this guy. You know, he plays for the LA Chargers. And your home field is the new SoFi Stadium, which is amazing. It was created with the most cutting-edge technology
This is awkward.
in existence. And I tell you, it is home to Verizon's largest 5G stadium built in the country. Built with 5G at its core, so ultra-wideband
My favorite video game
coverage
character is
can
probably
be
Cloud
found
from Final Fantasy
throughout
VII.
the entire stadium.
I can't wait to get the
Yo,
fans
what up,
back
Cheeto?
out there into the stadium for many reasons. The venue is incredible.
Oh, Madden has
The
been on
tech is built
iPhone
around
before?
is gonna
Okay.
totally reshape how we watch and play with the game.
It's very, very, very cool. And listen, we can talk
The
about
Xbox
this
presentation
tech
was really
enhancements,
good yesterday,
for
I
a
agree.
long, long time. But
The
you're here
pacing
today
was really
because
nice.
you're not only a competitor
It didn't
on
drag
the field,
out like this.
but you're also a passionate gamer, right?
Yes, sir.
A huge modern NFL fan.
Jake, what time do you have a Target update today? Don't know, Mike. I can't control it.
And Madden NFL.
I'll know when I know.
7 years old. So you can say.
And if I don't know
always been
anything,
a
my update
competitor.
will be I don't know
Always
anything.
wanted to be a professional
So,
football
if you want the
player.
update of me
When
just
I
saying I
played
don't know,
Madden
then you can
NFL,
have it right now.
As a
I
kid,
don't know.
I created my player. I wanted to
But
have super speed,
by the end of the
super
day,
size.
anything I do find out,
and of course,
I'll let you guys
handsome.
know.
So, you know, to be able to be the player I am, you know, it showed a lot of dedication.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
I agree,
You,
Cheeto. Xbox
achieved all
definitely
of
got
that.
the
I don't
win
know
so
about the
far.
handsome one, but anyway, it's a great
I'm hoping
story.
Nintendo can top
and I'm
it.
sure you've seen tons of changes in the game since you started playing, both on the field and also on the screen, right?
You could say that. The innovations around Madden NFL and the gaming overall are
Exactly,
incredible.
Noah, that's true.
The tech advancements have enabled so much. When I started playing, there were maybe the color cords with the images were blurry, the networks were kind of slow, so you're constantly getting a lag. It's so different now. The visuals are more realistic.
So
Networks
today
have
is
gotten
Monday.
better.
So a lot of my
And,
corporate contacts at
you
Target
can play
are
with a
just getting
group of
back to
people
work.
all over the world, so you don't even
So I've
have
reached
to be in
out,
the same state
and
or
they'll get
city.
back
You
to
can
me
be
at
playing
some
with a
point
friend
during
in
the
a whole
day.
nother country, which is amazing.
They don't.
Oh my
They're
God,
not going
it's
to know
amazing. And
immediately.
You can't believe
When they
what
do,
2
let me know.
decades
I'll let
of
you guys know.
innovation can do to
You know?
the game. So as you think about the future, what do you want to see next?
Madden NFL is already delivering a lot, but I'd love to see more new modes and experience with deeper and
Yo, thanks,
authenticity
Team Ass. I
and to what
appreciate
it's
that.
like to be on the field. You know, I want to feel like I'm in this moment.
Oh, that's
as
awesome,
a player. I
Benjamin.
want to feel like I'm out there. So more engagement with
I mean, Zero,
opportunities to
everything in the
connect with
show is
people
an ad.
and other people across the world. So
That's
being
what
able to be
E3 is.
mobile, because I'm
They can-
constantly on the go as an athlete,
a
so
way
I
for
want to be able to
companies to
connect with my
advertise their
friends
games.
mobily too.
Oh, that's really cool. And listen, I'm glad that you mentioned mobile.
Yeah, I don't know,
because we
Cheeto.
believe at
They said
Verizon that
mostly
mobile
software. That's
is
the
the
thing.
future.
Yes, sir.
We ended the year,
said
I'm going to hear this
mostly.
number, with 17,000
So it's
5G
interesting.
small cells
Wow.
all across
We'll
the
see.
country.
Wow.
And we expect to have, by the end of the year, 30,000, so everybody can enjoy 5G. So I tell you, this kind of expansion means that the powerful connection you need for console quality gaming experience on mobile, like the one you want, will continue to grow very quickly.
I think I'm good with the 5G.
Here's another thing. We are taking it also to the next level because we are combining this power of the Verizon network with the creativity of the developers of EA. Their team will work with our 5G labs to innovate using 5G to focus on creating the most dynamic player experience ever.
Oh, you're welcome to the sofa.
So together, our goal will be to produce optimizations for EA Sports, including your favorite Madden
so what
NFL
game
mobile,
on the Xbox am I looking to
low
play?
latency
Well, I'm definitely really excited for
mobile
Halo.
Experiences, the kind
I think
of
Forza
the ones that
Horizon
Derwin,
5
you,
was
my
the
man,
most
and
graphically
so many
impressive.
others
That kind of blew
are
me
claiming.
away.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's literally changing the game. Seeing the
That new
networks
game
and
they showed right at the very
created
end
over
looks
the last
cool.
20
Redfall.
years, I can't wait to see what
But the
next
thing is,
20 years
there's
bring
honestly just
with
so
the
many.
power enhancing of 5G
Starfield, of
out.
course, but that's over a year away.
That is it, the power of 5G. So great to have you, man. Thank
That's
you.
like a year and a half
Thank
out.
you. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
November
So,
2022. That's almost
it's so
2023.
exciting to talk about the new technology and how it is impacting the entire gaming ecosystem across the three big areas of developers, esports
Okay,
teams,
game over.
and fans, all bringing fantastic
thanks, Pedro. I appreciate it.
innovation to the industry. But today, there is also a fourth area that is
Definitely,
very timely
Isaiah.
for us to talk about. And that is the importance of supporting diversity in the gaming industry. As technology stretches the boundaries of what's possible, and as the industry grows,
Oh, geez,
the
Patrick, I'm
players
sorry.
and the fans are
Yeah, I
more
agree, Bob.
diverse
We got
than
the point.
ever.
Full
And
schedule's
so
in the description.
A different sort of innovation is required. With this shift, and
Yeah,
this
of
is
course they're
something
pushing
that
mobile.
is
That's
very
where they
close
get
to
all
my
their money
heart.
from.
Access
Hey,
to
Daniel, thanks for the
increased
5.
Diversity and inclusion within the gaming community are more important than ever, more urgent
Correct,
than ever,
Havoc Time. That is
especially
correct.
those supporting female representation. Diversity has become a major force driving the industry forward. And as the players and their fans who are consuming these products become more diverse,
What
it
Nintendo
makes a
game would
lot
you
of
want them
sense
to bring back?
that the people who make the products, so the developers,
Honestly, I don't care. Whatever
should
they
also
whatever they're working on that they want to announce
that
that's
diversity.
new, I'll be excited for it.
I am a firm believer that change
I'm a really big fan of like
starts
pretty much
with
every
action.
Nintendo franchise. So I'll just
and
I'll just
we
enjoy
are
whatever they
taking
announce, you
action
know?
together with Riot Games. In March, we partnered with Riot to launch the Valorant VCT Game
It's hot
Changers
here
initiative.
too. I'm having a really hard time
It is
today.
a fantastic program that elevates
I'm having a hard time
women
breathing and
and
stuff.
other
It's
diverse groups
very
within
hard
the esports
for me right
community.
now, honestly.
And most importantly,
I
it inspires
understand
the
that.
next generation of players. So to talk more about the need for increased female representation, I am thrilled to introduce now the executive producer of Valorant, Anna Dolmen. Anna, welcome.
Here you go. Thank you for having me.
It's so
Oh,
great to have
Cheeto,
you
I
here.
thought the Square
I've never
Enix
been on
event
the E3 stage before. This is really exciting.
was
Well, I
disappointing.
tell you, that makes us
But I wasn't
too,
as mad
because this is
about it
my
as
first
everyone else
E3
was.
too, but I'm very excited.
I was
to have
excited
you
for the
here,
new Final Fantasy game they
especially
announced.
because you are one of the
And
most influential.
even though it's only mobile
women
and
in an
Steam,
industry
I'm
that is
excited for the
predominantly
Final Fantasy
male.
1 through 6
From
remaster.
players to developers to heads of publishers. So I really was looking forward to this conversation.
There's definitely a lot more
and ask
stuff I
you,
would have liked to see.
What are some of the biggest
But like I said, I
challenges
just go in
you
with
see
no
for
expectations,
female
so
players
anything that I
and
get,
also
I
for
just
those
get
that
excited
are trying
for.
to build their careers
Trying not to get
in
disappointed,
tech?
you know?
It's a great question. It's an important question. And I really like that you're asking it from both angles. So when it comes to
Yeah, I got
competitive
water
gaming,
right here, actually.
women still find themselves at a huge disadvantage. And it has absolutely nothing to do with skill. It's because they can't focus 100% on the game. Instead, they need to spend energy dealing with all the
games in the
harassment they
spoiler
face.
section,
And having experienced it firsthand
only
myself,
some of them have been
it can
announced.
be
Some of them have not
daunting,
been announced
and it
yet.
takes away from the focus of the actual
There's still spoilers
competition.
in there.
And how is that fair?
No, it's not fair. It's not fair
No,
at all.
Brooklyn, I don't.
And it's something we spend a lot of time
my
discussing
dog
on
is
Valorant
sleeping.
and
I'm-
at Riot.
I'm
And,
in a
you
little
know,
bit of
it's
pain.
not
I
a
just can't get up and get
terribly
them right
easy
now,
problem to
guys. I
solve,
promise I will.
But the problems we're solving are rarely easy. What I will say is that we're absolutely committed to creating an
I'm
inclusive
looking forward to
environment
probably
for
Capcom the
competition
most
and creating
today.
safe opportunities for women to
And then
compete
overall,
without fear of
Nintendo, which is
identity
tomorrow.
or gender-based harassment. So that's the gaming aspect.
That's so interesting and so real. So let me ask you then, when we talk about careers, what's the situation there?
Okay, so when it comes to careers in gaming, there's definitely work to
Right,
be done there
we're-
as well. I was fortunate
Right, there's
enough
only
to have
15
a
minutes of
really
this left,
impactful
so.
mentor early on. I had just started
Yeah,
a
my
job
back's a
at
little
tech
better, actually,
company,
Louis. Thank you.
And while I played games, I had no idea what a career in gaming could even look like. And then at this gaming company, one of the women I was working with told me she thought I had what it took to become a game
Thank you,
producer. I had
Celestia
no
Lune. I
idea
appreciate
what a
it.
game producer was, but I went with it, and now 20+ years later, here I am.
3D Castlevania game on
And
the
as you
Switch would be
mentioned,
cool.
there are not enough women in the industry, so it means a lot that she brought me with her. I try to pay that forward to all the women who are coming up after me, but we need more.
Wow, I tell you, your story is so inspiring, and it's the first time that I actually hear you saying it like
Ariana.
that. So thank you, and it just reinforces how important mentorship is. So a little bit of a follow-up to the previous question, but how can both then technology
Noah,
and
this is kind of
commitments to
unnecessary.
allyship play a role in the changes that we still need to see in the industry?
So I'll tell you, one of the most exciting parts of being a developer
Yeah, the Verizon show is
that I
rough.
get to be part of creating the future of Valorant. My team and I spend all of our time
is a
dreaming
little
and
rough.
exploring ways to make the player experience even better. And then
What's up, Savage
we get to
Assassin?
go and actually build it. It's a really interesting
Brian.
mix of creativity and engineering.
Since November, how you been?
All of the technology you've mentioned on stage today is impacting
booked
how
the
we
wrong
work
conference.
and
Yeah.
what we're able to create. So please keep those advancements coming. When
Hey,
it comes
Iggy,
to
I'm feeling
specific
good.
changes that need to be made to protect women in competitive gaming, we absolutely need to keep investing and
Yeah, George,
prioritizing
same here.
innovations that help fight against
Would
harassment.
love to see some games.
And honestly, the gaming community needs to take a more active role in the community
PlayStation will do
that
their
it's
own event.
creating.
Sony will do their own
If
event.
Game developers
They'll
can
probably
be
announce that
allies, and I
after
truly
E3's
believe we
over
can
when they're doing
and
theirs.
should, then so can your
Hey,
teammates
Nitro Wife.
in game.
Hope you're having
And
a good
again,
day.
we just need more women throughout the whole gaming ecosystem.
Hey,
We need
Taco,
an
I'm good.
industry-wide commitment around diversity and inclusion, and we're finally starting
Good
to
afternoon,
see that.
BKZ.
I like the way you say it, and I couldn't agree more. We need more women. We need more diversity in the industry.
Oh, welcome back, David
and
Bruce.
That's why we today we're
Yeah,
taking
K-Dot,
it
I hope
to
so,
the
too.
next level.
Sony's not at
Today,
E3, so that won't
we
get
are
announced today,
announcing
but
an expansion of
I
our
hope later this month they
commitment
do.
to the Valorant Game Changers
Oh, I'm
initiative.
glad, Nitro Wife.
We are launching together
Okay,
today
Ezekiel, that's really
a new
unnecessary,
training
man.
program dedicated to mentoring up-and-coming female esports casters. The program that is launching very soon this fall will team up them with professionals in the field to provide them with practical tools and knowledge to help advance their careers. It's pretty cool, huh?
Okay, so this is
Okay.
amazing. Game Changers is all about providing experience and exposure to women in gaming. We want to
Full
inspire
schedule's
the
in the
next
description, you
generation
guys.
of not only players, but any women. who
Daniel
wanna build
says,
careers
do you know
in
anything about the
any
new
aspect of
PS5
the
chip?
gaming industry.
No, I
So
do not,
this
Daniel.
program
I don't
fits
think
so
there will be a new
perfectly with
chip.
our mission. It'll provide a pipeline of female talent.
it's just a
that
rumor.
is so sorely lacking.
Min, oh my
so
God,
glad
thanks
that
so much for the
Verizon
20,
is
man.
not only
Thanks,
acknowledging
Jay,
the
for helping my
issue,
brother and I
but
secure
taking
PS5
actions
today.
to push for change.
Your tips and tricks are a huge help.
Well, I
We'll be
love what you
tuning
say, but
in to help
the
our brother-in-law
reality is
secure
that
the bag
no
as well.
one
Finger
can
guns.
make
Yo,
real
congrats.
change alone. So we are equally thankful for
Finger
your
guns
support
indeed.
and for Riot's support as well. Fantastic job.
Thank you. And
So Anna, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for
Full
the great
schedule's in the
conversation.
description
thank you so
if
much
you want to
for
know
having
when
me,
any
Diego,
company
and honestly,
starts.
thank you so much for caring about it as much as I do.
It's great to have you. Thank you.
Thanks.
So
Hey, Don.
now I have a final big announcement, and I want to ask Nikki to help me with it. So
Is it
come on,
actually a big
Nikki.
announcement?
Yes, Diego, this is big, and I am so proud to help announce it. You know, Verizon is deeply committed to building a more inclusive and diverse tech sector. Our work in this space has been going on for decades and frankly speaks for itself.
We are
we'll do a hype
so
test later,
proud
for
of
sure.
the work we've done, but we also know that more action needs to be taken to address the lack of female representation in gaming and more broadly in STEM. So today, Verizon is making a new $1 million commitment to increase female
thanks, Nitro Wife.
representation
I appreciate
in
that.
gaming and STEM. For this, we are creating the Verizon Game Forward Scholarship. The scholarship is an expansion of the Future Fund, our initiative to support emerging female talent across entertainment and technology.
That's right. And you know, this fall, Verizon will partner with 5 historically black colleges and universities
what's
to
up,
provide
Clinic?
scholarships
Good to see you.
5 female students at each school who are active gamers and also pursuing degrees in fields that are tied to gaming development, such as computer science, graphic
Honestly,
design,
I'm probably not
software
going to play a lot of the
engineering.
demos on
And
Xbox
those
for a while
5
because I still
schools
need to
are
play
Dillard,
Final Fantasy VII
Delaware
Intergrade
State,
and Ratchet
Morgan
& Clank.
State, Texas Southern University, and Howard. We'll build tech centers on each of these campuses that will be open to the entire student body. And we'll also provide the scholarship recipients with access to the Verizon 5G Gaming Center for training,
What's up, Dario?
as well as mentorship.
And I tell you, here's the best part. We are guaranteeing the students internship opportunities at Verizon and with our gaming industry partners. It is these kinds of deep commitments that will help build the diverse talent pipeline the tech industry needs. We are really so proud of this and for the opportunities it will give these women.
Absolutely. And you know,
Is it
I just
Cheeto? Yeah,
cannot
I'm excited
wait
to finally get a
see
chance
what
to
these
play it.
students do.
Nikki, thank you.
There's no release date for Horizon Forbidden West.
So I hope the last 30 minutes have clarified why Verizon is here.
It has not.
2 big reasons. Number 1, technology. Verizon has a vision for how 5G
Guys, the reason
and related
is
technologies will
technology.
bring an entirely new level of creation.
Oh, it's okay, John.
And
Welcome to the
experience of
stream.
gaming. For the developers, for
didn't miss
esports
much.
teams, and for the fans. And secondly, we see this next gaming generation wanting and needing inclusivity. An industry that is more diverse and more welcoming of new faces, new voices, and new perspectives. We are here to help make astonishing things happen in gaming and
Oh,
esports.
awesome. Yeah, tell James I say
But
hi,
we're also
Zach.
here to listen.
You missed the
and to
first
learn.
hype sesh, John.
Gaming is a
There'll be another
sector
one,
of,
don't worry.
Bold thinkers, free spirits, and wide open creativity. Verizon wants to support that and empower it even further. So we look forward to working with you and playing with you for a long time to come.
Thanks, Horizon,
you.
for wasting our life. It's a little dramatic.
Welcome back to the E3 2021 caster desk. It's me, it's Jackie, and Jackie. 2 very interesting announcements there at the end for Verizon, right? Number 1, Verizon and Riot teaming up for the Game Changers Mentorship Program, huge. And then, of course, this Verizon Game Forward Scholarship, 5 historically black colleges. 5
Guys, thank you
gamers
so
at
much
each
for
one
the
getting
200
not
likes,
only a
by the way.
scholarship for
I
school,
just saw when we hit
getting
that.
guaranteed internships at Verizon or game
Much
partners.
appreciated.
It's a $1 million program. It's about building the tech sector and obviously getting women and minorities involved.
Aw,
in this.
thanks,
How important
Benjamin.
is this, Jackie?
Honestly, they kept on echoing that we need action.
Yeah.
To create change, like we need to start doing things like this. And you think that we've made so much progress, but I can't even tell you how many times people come up to me and they're like, "You play video games?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't think that you would be into that." And I'm just like, man, it's crazy. Gamers come from all walks of life, and you know, we heard Anna Donlan talking about this a little bit, but. Sometimes when you're a woman, it can be very discouraging. A Twitch chat can be extremely harsh. Social media, like
Yeah, Vice
it can
YT, I'm
be
aware they
extremely
dropped
painful,
digital. I
but,
tweeted it out.
Seeing something like this that is uplifting and encouraging,
though.
I'm so excited for it. And you
Yeah.
know, they kept on talking about the next generation. So many young women out there are watching this, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
Nemesis,
that they're
I
like,
definitely like God
wow,
of War.
there's scholarship money out there
Yeah.
for this. Someone's like, you can do this, and it really warmed my heart. So
100%.
happy to see it. Really happy to see it.
And yeah, one of the things in there before
I'm
I
over
toss for you, of
32.
course, is that Anna was talking
Game
in the
over.
Riot segment, right? That
I'm also
the gaming
over 30.
community needs to be better about building the community. It's
Try to be kind and respectful
I can't
to
agree with
everybody.
that enough. If you know anything about Greg
know what I
Miller
mean?
Kind of Funny, being better is a big
How's
part
my back?
of what we
It's
always talk
okay.
about. Is be better to each other and don't be
I'm having a
jerk.
hard time
And I
today,
know
to be
right
honest.
now,
I'm just having a
on
hard
our
time
very own
breathing.
Twitch page right here, a bunch of people are being jerks.
It's just
and
a little-
Everybody who's a good person, which is the majority of gamers, need to step up, ladies and gentlemen, and of course show
It's a little
that the
humid
positive
today.
outshines the negative. That's my rant. goodbye on that
Thank
one.
you so much for that.
Verizon and Riot, what a team up for the future. Let's talk about esports, though, right? And speaking of esports, I want to hear from more of the voices on the scene about how esports has evolved over the years and where it's headed.
Come to my streams. That's how I can help. That's all I can do.
For the longest time, I didn't even tell my friends and classmates in school that I was a professional gamer.
Back when Blockbuster was still open and we had MLG events.
People that organize tournaments, and people used to drive around vans with computers and off their own money just to set up these LANs so people could play, so there could be an experience of, you know, people gaming against each other.
And I would go to my local Blockbuster and compete in getting the high score in different Nintendo games, and I would always win.
I always compare it to like a fight club, you know, underground, like super secret. And over time, you know, it's blown up.
The industry and the people in the industry who were once, you know, made fun of for being nerds and playing video games and, you know, the stereotypical living in their mom's basement, are now the cool kids on the block.
And I think now that we, as people that are involved in gaming and esports, can actually dedicate our time properly to this, that shows me just how far we've come.
Once I started to play competitively for League of Legends and realized there was an opportunity to also bring kind of my heart and my energy for the game and make it lucrative, I just need to kind of chill for
I'm just very excited to see more and more people being able to turn their hobby, turn their passion into their jobs and making a living out of it.
And now you can legitimately be a kid and tell your parents, like, hey, I want to be a professional esport player.
Day to day, I wake up every day and I'm just really happy to get to play games for a living.
There's Fortnite players that are 13-year-olds that I know who have the work ethic and drive and put in the time and effort like a job, more so than even my friends who have full-time jobs.
In the beginning, it was like
Big Ron.
nerds play video games and jocks play sports, but now you have like NBA players and NFL players that are streaming and making videos.
People are now coming out about it. Like, come out your gamer closet. You know, it's not, you're not a geek no more. You're not a
I like it when people call me fat. It's a good thing.
When I was a young girl, you know, I was playing 2K a lot, and I never thought I would see myself in the game. Boom, there I am. I'm able to drop 40, 60 with myself and actually look like myself.
It's really started to mesh together, and it's created like my perfect little child. This sports mixed with video games is like pretty much been me my whole life, but now the world can see.
Take it easy.
I think that's what makes esports so compelling, is that there is an opportunity for anybody, no matter where you're from.
Anyone can be a gamer. You know, you're not capped by your physical attributes.
No, I do have AC.
It's pretty easy for people in esports to gravitate towards underdog stories. I think people love those, and there's a reason, because I think many of us in esports have felt like underdogs ourselves.
Growing up in a children's home without a support system, family, financial means, I just never thought that following my dreams was on the table.
It's like a jacket on the floor.
Like, that just did not seem reasonable. Now here I am. I turned my passion into my job. I love my job every single day. I met my husband at a gaming event, and I made lifelong friends.
That's a good way to look at it.
I found my place, and I found a family along the way, and I couldn't be more grateful.
I can't imagine with how far it's come to see the next couple phases, but I don't think the hype behind it is going to slow down anytime soon.
I mean, I just see it going up. Content creators booming, just becoming so much bigger than before. New games releasing, more esports, more involvement and acceptance. Like, I think it's going great,
so
and I don't think
Intellivision,
it'll stop growing anytime soon.
In 2 minutes, it's only going to be a 10-minute presentation. I don't think that was a cat, was it? Was it a cat? There is no Pokemon stuff happening, Stiver. Okay.
As a part of Play for All, GameSpot will be bringing you the latest gaming news and announcements, interviews with developers, the biggest press conferences, and lots more. Play for All is our yearly online event that combines the excitement and announcements of E3
You're right about that.
with charity live streams the following week with lots of special guests who are going to help us raise money for able gamers. So join us in June for E3 and Play for All on GameSpot.com, YouTube.com/GameSpot, Twitch.tv/GameSpot, and as a part of the E3's official broadcast. See you then.
篝火营地是中国领先的游戏媒体，创立于2018年，致力于为全世界的中文游戏玩家提供专业、精准、迅速的资讯情报。篝火营地立足于中国，与多家国际一流游戏媒体同行达成正式内容合作关系，源源不断地将最新鲜的游戏资讯第一时间带给全球中文游戏玩家。自成立以来，篝火营地在全网的内容浏览量已经超过5亿，服务了数百万的读者和玩家。我们的愿景是做游戏文化传播者。您可以在全球各大手机应用市场下载篝火营地 APP， 或者访问3w.gamebonfire.com 来加入游戏传播者的行列。
Another Marvel game? They just announced a brand new Marvel game yesterday. And it looks very good. Guardians of the Galaxy. My overall rating for E3 is probably a 5 out of 10 so far. No, there'll be lots of third-party games on Intellivision. You get some exclusives like Earthworm Jim.
As the console wars continue to rage and next-gen consoles remain scarce to find, a blast from the past has come along with a new focus to bring gaming to your sofa. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Intellivision.
You just said Marvel game. So that's what I read it as. My bad. What's happening? New console. Yeah, I agree.
I'm Tomi Tellerico, and what an honor it is for Intellivision to be a part of this year's E3. I want to personally thank the ESA for having us be involved. And we have seen some incredible stuff. What a great time to be a gamer. I've been in the video game industry for over 32 years and have been a part of the creative teams that have made some of the greatest video games of all time, including things like Disney's Aladdin, Earthworm Jim, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Metroid Prime, Guitar Hero. I'm even the guy who did the oof sound for Roblox. Don't hate me. In fact, I own the Guinness World Record for the person who's worked on the most video games in their lifetime. My mother's very proud. But I'm here today to talk about Intellivision and our brand new video game console, Amico. Now, amico is the Italian word for friend, and that's basically what we've designed our entire system and games around. That friendship, that multiplayer, that couch co-op experience. See, when I was growing up, we didn't have the internet to play video games, so if you wanted to play with somebody else, you went over their house or they came over to your house. It was everybody in a room. In fact, I bet if you're a hardcore gamer, you're probably like me, and I bet your fondest memories of playing games were when you were playing with other people in the same room together. That's what we're all about. Now look, I'm gonna be honest, for a lot of you out there watching this, I'm not gonna impress you with our teraflops and gigawatts and screaming processor and incredible lifelike graphics. That's not what we're about. What we are is a really simple, fun party machine that you can bring out when maybe some of your non-gaming friends come over. Maybe you have a husband or a wife who isn't into gaming as much as you are. Maybe grandma comes over and you want to play a simple motion control game or a card game or a board game, dice, whatever it is. See, all of our games are built around fun and simplicity. That's the most important thing for us, and gathering people in a room together to do it. Here at Intellivision, we've assembled an incredible, passionate team of game makers who have over 600 years experience making some of your favorite games. Everything we do, we focus on bringing people together and having simple fun. In fact, we've designed our hardware entirely around those two things. So for example, our controller is really unique. It has a color capacitive touchscreen on it. It really comes in handy when you're playing others that might not be as good as you in gaming. So it's a great way to give them little hints. For example, here in Shark, whoever's in last place, it will vibrate because we have haptic as well. And then it shows the color of the clam that's going to release the next big bonus pearl. So only that player will get that information. And also having a screen on every single controller gives you a lot of really cool and unique abilities to do game and game designs. For example, everybody has their cards and they can hide it in a game like Spades. And here you'll see it on Farkle, another one of our 6-pack-in games that you get free on every console.
This is neat.
You can shake it and you'll feel the vibration. We have haptic feedback. And watch, you pour it out, boom, and the dice pour right out onto the screen. Motion controls are also really important, especially for casual gamers. So a lot of our sports and recreation, for example, will use that kind of motion control. You'll see here with Cornhole, you're throwing the bag into the hole. By the way, this is another game that comes free on every console. Now our main disc is really unique as well. Most directional pads have 8 positions,
you can
up,
say
down,
it doesn't
left,
excite
right, and the diagonals. It has 64 directions and touch sensitivity as well. So the harder I press down, it'll affect gameplay. Here's a feature I think a lot of gamers are gonna love. I can take my controller, I can go over your house, dock it in your system, and because it recognizes that it's my controller, we can now play all of my games that I own on your system at your house. As long as my controller is there, my games are there as well. Another cool feature that we incorporated is wireless contact charging. So once you're done with your controller and your game's over, you just dock it right back into the base and it charges for you. Another unique feature of Amico is that we have interactive LED lighting all throughout the console itself,
I think it's $250
and all of the controllers. We also have RFID built throughout the entire console, which means you can get a gift card, for example, tap it on the system, and it shows up immediately. You know what's really cool about having the focus be people playing together? I'll give you an example. Astro Smash is a 4-player game. At any point during the game, somebody can pick up a controller and just hit the ship they want and go right into the game at any point. Now, for all you collectors out there, you'll be happy to know that not only can you download games digitally, but we also have physical media as well, and we'll be releasing more information about that later this year. Now, here's something I think a lot of gamers are going to appreciate. We don't allow any loot boxes, in-game purchases, in-app advertising, or paid downloadable content. But what we do have is an online leaderboard system for most of our games where you can go in there and check your scores against your state,
I'm just having a really hard time breathing
country,
today, honestly.
the world, or the month, the year, and of all time. And those scores tie into our achievements as well. So if you have the highest score at the end of the month of your country, we're gonna email you a certificate that you can go print out and hang on your wall. Now, as we all know, the most important part of any video game system are the games themselves. They all have to be super fun to play. And that's where we really, really shine. In fact, all of our games on our system are highly curated. All of them contain a single and multiplayer or couch co-op
I haven't seen a single
and
game
all the games on our system
that actually looks like something I'd want to play. I will say that.
Exclusive content. Like Retro Reimagine, where we take some of the greatest classic video games of all time, give them new graphics, new audio, add multiplayer and couch co-op. Some of the things we have, for example, 12 of the best games from Atari like Breakout, Asteroids, Tempest, Missile Command. We have games like Burger Time and Bump and Jump, and even some of the best Intellivision games from the past like Cloudy Mountain and Night Stalker. We have edutainment titles for kids 7 and under, things like Sesame Street and Care Bears. Now, our original IP category contains brand new games that we've created, a lot of times around our unique controller. Some of those games are platformers like Finnegan Fox, Bomb Squad, Space Strikers, Flying Tigers, And we even got the original Echo the Dolphin team to create our new title called Dolphin Quest.
Dolphin
We
Quest.
even take more modern games
I'm putting 1,000
and add
hours into that for
exclusive
sure.
co-op modes. Games like Rigid Force Redux Enhanced and Dynablast.
I will
now,
say
our
I'll
sports and
probably buy this.
recreational category
I
not only has
legitimately
big
probably
sports
will.
like Major League Baseball and soccer, but also recreational sports like cornhole, skiing, pool, and many more. Now, our casual category contains many party games, dice games, board games, card games,
They keep
things
showing
like
the same like
spades,
5 games.
emoji charades, and even award-winning board games like Blank Slate, Telestrations, and Ink and Gold. Now, I've already mentioned some really big partnerships and licenses like Major League Baseball and Sesame Street, but we have even more,
Major
including
League
things
Baseball and
like
Sesame Street.
Mattel
What
Hot
more could
Wheels,
you need?
Harlem Globetrotters, and so much more. Now, we've
Yes,
previously
Harlem
announced that we're
Globetrotters,
doing
let's
a
go.
brand new exclusive Earthworm Jim game for Intellivision. And we got the original team to be working
Thank
on
you,
it.
Alan. I
We wanted to
appreciate
do
it.
something special. So we're going to give away 3 of these new prints. All of the team members signed it. All you have to do is email cow@intellivision.com with the subject line groovy. You have till the end of June to do that, and then we'll announce 3 winners at the end of the month. Well, thank you for spending a little time with us here today. Hopefully, as you can see, our approach is a little different than everything else that's out there, and we really don't view
there's
others
no
as
more minutes of this 1 mile
competition.
punch. It's
What
over.
we're doing, we view
It was only a
as
10-minute
complementary to what the video game industry is doing. It's such an exciting time to be in the industry, to be a fan of the industry, and we are fans of the video game industry. And you know, if there's something that you've seen here today that might be of interest, or maybe you're a developer who wants to make some games for us, maybe you want to place a pre-order, please go to Intellivision.com. We want to hear from you.
Okay.
Thank you, Tommy, for that look at Intellivision. Guys, what I appreciate
congrats,
the most is
Theo.
that he started the presentation with, this
Yeah, I
isn't
agree,
like
Tyrone.
what you've seen before at E3, right? We're doing something different. We're going in a different direction.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Yeah, so, you know, I've been saying this a lot. I've always been a fan of the offbeat, the different. I always seek that experience out no matter what game I play. And I would say that this definitely, like, checked those boxes for me. You know, I owned an old Intellivision, a ColecoVision. You know, like, I had those as a kid. My uncle would bring them in and we'll play games together. It was always a fun time. It was a Smurfs game that I could never finish. It was like the bane of my existence.
This is your second chance.
Yeah,
you're gonna
maybe I'll
get
get
it
another
now.
opportunity of doing it. But I do like the idea behind it, and I also like too, like, there's an opportunity here even for independent developers to like get involved and make something super unique on a platform that
Well, I'll
is
be streaming Dolphin
unconventional
Quest all
in
day.
comparison to what you
All
see
day,
out there,
every day.
you know, in the modern gaming era.
Yeah, Jackie, how's it resonate with you?
So all I heard was Earthworm Jim, and I was just
You're like,
I was
all right,
like,
let's go.
Earthworm Jim? I haven't heard that in forever. Oh my gosh, my brother and I used to mess with that all the time on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Absolutely adored it. So I personally think that it's opening up a lot of accessibility. Like, if you purchase this is something that if your friends don't game, you could be like, hey, this is really simple.
Very true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks like a phone.
Yo,
but it's
what
kinda
up,
like
Alex?
a 2001 iPod, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, with the
pretty
dial.
simple,
Yeah, with the dial.
right?
Yeah,
Yo,
and,
true,
and I just
Cheeto,
think it'd be
true.
very easy for someone to pick up, and the games are also very accessible as well. So I think that this is something I could play with my parents. All I can think of is Mario Kart. My dad tried to play Wario, and you know that was a slower character, and he was just, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
It was a struggle.
Yeah, Can't forget
Maybe
Sesame
he could do
Exactly.
better with the Amico. So for me, what stood out was definitely Earthworm Jim, and then definitely accessibility.
Yeah, Michael, I
that's the
do.
whole
I have
thing with it, right?
nebulizers
And again, I
as
like
well.
the idea that they're presenting something different at the end there. Tommy talking about the fact that we're not.
I might
we
do
don't
a
look at other
nebulizer.
people as
That's a really good
competition
idea.
Because they're
Let
clearly
me
in a
mute my
different
mic,
market, right?
and I'll
It reminds
do
me how
one.
I talk about Nintendo.
I'll do it on
all the
stream. I
time
don't mind doing it on
marching their own
stream.
Beat, right? Whenever everything started going HD.
Very true.
Really,
I think I just really need to.
multiplayer focus. Nintendo didn't do that. There's a lot of interesting ideas with it, right? I think obviously talking about it being the party machine is an excellent idea, but then also the fact that, yeah, it resonated with me, the controller, that it's connected to your game, so that if you do have a friend who had this, that if you walked over and put your controller into your
that was really cool.
All the games you own, you'd be able to play on their system.
The dice was really neat when he was like,
sure. Yeah, we got haptic. Well, I mean, they were definitely on purpose giving us very many callbacks to the Wii.
Yeah.
When I saw the little girl bowling, I was like, all right, I know what I'm getting.
I also like the price points they set for a lot of their games, very cheap.
Yeah.
I think it was like $10 for downloadable. I think it was like $15 for physical or $20 for physical, which, you know that they're going to be coming in pretty cheap. But a lot of these things always boil down to that input, right? Like, and in this case, the controller is the appeal for this. I quite like it. We live in an age now, especially, with the year that we had, where, let's be real, like having couch co-op, that's unrivaled. Like, we need more couch co-op games. Look, I love online.
Your praises right
I love
now,
online, but more couch co-op. I'm all about it in television. Thank you so much for bringing
I'm just
that to
gonna mute
life.
my
And hopefully
microphone. We can
becomes
listen to
more
them
of a
while I just do
staple
this
with
real
a lot
quick.
of the big name game companies moving forward as well.
Yeah, I love the idea too of that if you are the top in your country or whatever, at the end of the month they send you a certificate to print.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like very Twin Galaxies type vibe. I like that a lot. Yeah.
But yeah, cornhole. They make a cornhole game, so that's all we. Really
That's all you need.
right?
Cornhole, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the year was 1995, and the Electronic Entertainment Expo debuted for the first time in front and center in the world of gaming. Lots of things have changed since then. 16-bit graphics have given way to HD renders in virtual reality headsets, but we wouldn't be where we are today without the developments and announcements of those early years. Here's a look back at the first adventure.
It is absolutely no wonder that E3 continued to live on after its very first show. The show was massive. There was a surprise console launch. You could get a Killer Instinct character tattoo while you played Game Boy. You could try out not one, but 3 VR headsets. And this is all in 1995. So let's take a look through a sometimes 4x3 lens at what the first ever E3 was like. May 11th through 13th, 1995, over 55,000 industry, retailer, and press attended the debut Electronics Entertainment Expo at the Los Angeles Convention Center. There was no shortage of games you could just walk up and play, especially at the Atari Jaguar booth. This would be the only year the Jaguar system would have a booth, but it came in big and even showed off a VR peripheral that was still in development.
Guys, that
or
Sam's
you
Club
could
dropped
meet
the
Rayman
Xbox.
and try out his new game.
Obviously,
this was one of the first times you could get your hands on the game that would eventually become a 45-game series. There's tons to check out at this booth, including Primal Rage, a violent dinosaur fighting game, White Men Can't Jump, a basketball game based on the movie, and my personal favorite, VLM, or Virtual Light Machine. Just walking around the floors, you'll come across Mortal Kombat 3 characters putting on a stage fight that spills into the audience. You could grab a photo with Beavis and Butthead or a Klingon, ride Judge Dredd's motorcycle, or even check out the Batmobile from Batman Forever. And of course, there was no shortage of games that you would stumble upon that are worth playing, like the legendary RPG Chrono Trigger, Earthworm Jim 2, Resident Evil, Ridge Racer, and unique games like Street Fighter the movie The Game, and a port of the Aerosmith game, Revolution X. There were also plenty of sports games, an industry that would explode in popularity. Games like NBA Jam Tournament Edition, NFL Quarterback Club 96, and FIFA Soccer 96, which is only the third FIFA game in the now famous series. The press conferences lived up to their name, with studio execs in suits at podiums presenting slideshows. The slides consisted mostly of goals, stats, and advertising strategies, but there were hints of the future in their presentations.
Side-scrolling games, for all the fun and success they brought us, will ultimately give way to newer, more complex genres.
And looks at the industry, then a $5 billion industry that is now an over
Guys, don't worry, I'm okay.
$150
This is
billion
regular part of
industry.
fibrosis.
One thing that hasn't changed is that classic
I'm just gonna
E3
keep reading
excitement
this
when
for
a
a few
game is
minutes,
shown.
and then I'll be really good.
Sega's press conference was all
it's
about their
hard
new
until
system,
I
the
do this for
Sega
more minutes.
Saturn. And they even showed off a host of new games launching with the console, like Panzer Dragoon, a game that would launch a series and would even get a remake 25 years later in 2020. Sega showed off one of their commercials, one of the kinds that you would expect to only see in the 90s.
It's the sphincter.
What is going on up there?
And Sega even had the first, and it's available now, with the surprise announcement that the Sega Saturn is now available in stores.
We started our rollout of Sega Saturn yesterday.
Months before their original release date. Then they dropped the price and the new tagline,
Sega Saturn is not only here now, it's out there.
For Sony's presentation, it might surprise you that while Keanu Reeves made a more than memorable appearance at E3 2019, he made his actual first appearance as a key visual in Sony's opening sizzle in 1995. And this very 90s sizzle was pretty important because up until that point, Sony was still widely known as a tech company and hadn't released the PlayStation yet, at least not in the US. We were seeing the birth of a major gaming publisher and system through cheeky slides and clip art. But then came one of the most memorable moments in E3 history. After Sega had earlier announced the Sega Saturn's price of $399, the Sony Computer Entertainment president came up to the stage and simply said,
$299.
People reference this moment as the price heard round the world. 3DO also had a press conference showing their successful 1994, how the 3DO console compares to the competition systems, and they even combated the age-old debate of PC versus console.
You don't need a dedicated system. A PC can do everything. That's a little bit like telling a family that they only really need one car.
They also showed quite a few next-gen visual demos of what their planned upcoming console, the M2, could potentially do. Nintendo spent almost their entire presentation directly discussing forgery systems and piracy that was plaguing the industry at the time. But what they lacked in any formal announcements, they made up for at their giant dome with big letters spelling out Nintendo. This is where you'll find a stage performance for Killer Instinct, as well as a place where you can get an orchid tattoo. Also, there was an early peek at the Ultra 64, which would officially be named the Nintendo 64 a few months later. Nintendo also had Earthbound, which was the origin of NES, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, and Nintendo's VR headset, the Virtual Boy. Also on display close by was the X-Band, seemingly the first online gaming attachment for a console. So that's the first E3. A look at what was, what could have been, and what came to be.
Game over.
At the first E3 in 1995, we wound up showing off an early version of the very first Unreal game. A lot of people who know and use the Unreal Engine don't necessarily know that there's a game that actually launched everything behind all of it. And I remember being there with Mark Rain, and he yells out, "Miyamoto's checking out Unreal." Shigeru Miyamoto, my hero, like my idol, who's made so many games that have just fascinated me throughout my entire life from my childhood. And I remember going over there and shaking and giving him a demo of the game and trying to show him why this game is unique, you know, with weapons that can charge up and players that can dodge and alternate fires and enemy AI that can track you down no matter where you were. And he was very stoic, you know, but I hope that I impressed him. And yeah, I was still shaking for like an hour after that.
First E3,
wow.
1995. $299, what a moment. You know what I mean? Killed the Saturn in its tracks. And so that's where I want to start. 1995, mid-90s, we're talking about video game consoles.
Yeah.
Golden Boy, we'll start with you. Were
Yeah.
you a Sega kid or a Nintendo kid?
Oh, yeah, I was a Sega kid.
Sega
I was
kids,
a Sega kid, dude. Sega kid, baby. Sorry. So here's the thing. My mother bought a Super Nintendo for my brother.
Sure.
But she was like, well, I can't have them sharing it because we're just going to argue and fight the whole time.
Yeah.
So then, you know, she ended up telling my father, hey, you got to go get him a Sega Genesis. She took the credit for it, by the way. Boss mom. Shout out to you, Ma. And yeah, and then, you know, I had the Sega Genesis. But the only game I had for like the longest time was Sonic Pinball or Spinball.
Spinball.
So
yeah.
And that was like one of my favorite Sonic games.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. I was a Sega Master System kid. Ooh. I was walking through the store, saw the Ghostbusters game, said, I want that. And my mom did no research. And she got me what I wanted.
Yeah.
But then I was a Sega kid, ride or die the rest of the way through the Saturn. I bought a Saturn.
I had a Saturn too. Clockwork Knight, by the way, one of the most underrated platformer games ever. Clockwork Knight, so good.
Jackie, I feel like I don't need to ask.
You want to know what's funny? So actually, the first console we ever got was a Super Nintendo, and It is one of the most vivid memories of my life, actually. I remember my dad came in with the box and my brother and I were chasing after him. We're like, what is this? What is this? And it was this little TV like this big, and he was trying to get it all plugged in. My brother and I were sitting in front of this like gray screen, you know?
Yeah.
And then Super Mario World popped up and my brother and I looked at each other and we just screamed, you know?
Oh, wow.
And little did they know that they were gonna start a full-blown video game obsession after that. But I messed with Sega, okay? I would go to my neighbors and we would play NBA Jam. We'd be like, he's on fire! Oh my gosh, I loved it. And actually, my brother and I got a Dreamcast as well, but we were mainly a Nintendo family.
Well, yeah, the only reason I said I think I know is because you have an SNES game in front of you.
Actually, I did bring Chrono Trigger. I thought we were gonna be talking about our favorite games from the 90s, and obviously, like, this one, it's near and dear to my heart. My brother and I played it repeatedly.
Sure.
And Robo's theme was my ringtone for probably 10 years, and then I got an iPhone, and I was like, wait, you can't make a ringtone for these, or can you? And I just haven't figured that out. But anyway, yeah, this story just always resonated with me so much. I was a weirdo. I played like Secret of Mana and Terra Enigma and Illusion of Gaia.
Normal.
But those were like heavy, dark stories for 7- and 8-year-olds to be taken in. So my brother and I are like, you know, we went into the Incan ruins and we found this corpse, and it was like, please tell my family that I shouldn't have gone out searching for treasure, and I abandoned them. And my brother and I are like crying, you know.
Okay.
But I do think that these games made me the person that I am today, and made my brother
sorry, guys.
the person that he was. It's difficult when you get emotional, but
There's
I
like
think we can all say that
there's
games
like
that
good
have
days and
found
bad
us
days
in
with
our
cystic
life. And
fibrosis.
These games from the 90s, don't sleep
And,
on them, people. Don't sleep on them.
man,
They got really, really
Today's
amazing content. So.
not the best.
Can I see the box?
Of course, I know. I'm like,
Thanks for the
Yeah, want to put on white gloves before
Thanks
you
for the finger guns, guys. I love
I
you
mean,
guys.
like, I've never actually.
Yeah, no, I am
had a
feeling
Chrono
better.
Trigger box.
I know. It's.
I saw one.
I'm just gonna let that kind of like
Tokyo and Akihabara.
sink in a little bit.
And I saw him there, and I asked the guy if I could grab it. He looked at me, said I was crazy, and then I left, being, you know, in tears. But this is like a piece of history. This is super cool.
Greg, you can hold it too. I mean, I know this.
This is you're setting me up for like when that guy shows the Woodstock ticket and tears it in half. by accident. I'm not touching that. I'm not ending up on live stream fails.
Oh my god, I love it.
Don't worry, I'm
I
taking
feel
a
like
break.
you
I'm
can
just gonna sit in my
feel the
chair
energy
and relax
off of the game, you know?
And it
and
was
just
one of the
enjoy the
greatest
show with you
RPGs.
guys for a little bit.
Seriously.
I'm sorry that I won't be talking for a
It's
couple
still
minutes,
one of
but
the greatest RPGs, like top 5, I think.
Oh, easily in my
Yeah.
top 5. What's in your top 5, y'all?
I want to say real quick that, and this is a reformed Sega kid speaking, that like video games made me who I am today. Obviously, it's my entire life, my entire career, my entire passion.
Yeah.
But like, I always look so longingly at people who were Nintendo kids. Because you have, like, because I feel like I feel like you guys had a different education, and that's not to say Sega didn't, but like I was a dumb kid. No one else liked video games as much as I did, so I was like just playing.
All right, I'm gonna take a break. I'm just gonna enjoy the show with you guys.
Like Castle of Illusion,
I have a
Mickey Mouse
coffee
Castle of
here, too,
Illusion,
that
which
can
is
help me
great,
a
but
little
it was
bit.
also like the Jurassic Park game and all these other Independence
Streets
Day
of
on
Rage,
Sega.
baby.
Dude, I love Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
Me and Mike
Started on
Boylan, I remember that on Genesis sitting there. I remember having the blood in Mortal Kombat, being super stoked.
Battletoads versus Double Dragon, Sega Genesis. That game was freaking impossible. But oh man, and Lion King, by the way. Big shout out to my buddy Sancho West, who just finished Lion King recently on stream.
Sancho West is my buddy.
Oh, okay, well he's actually my friend, but
he's like a
this is what happens when I can't sit between them.
Darn it, Sancho, I believed in you.
I won. It's all me. I won. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, what are your favorite 90s games? Let us know with the hashtag E3 2021 so we can get you up on screen. But still to come here on the E3 stage, we've got our indie showcase. Capcom,
I do feel like a lot better.
So much more. The party's just getting started, so don't go anywhere.
I'm recovering still, but it's already way, way better. Take 2 is in 3 minutes. Take 2 is literally about to start, so we can just enjoy that together. Thank you guys, I know. I am okay.
篝火营地是中国领先的游戏媒体，创立于2018年，致力于为全世界的中文游戏玩家提供专业、精准、迅速的资讯情报。篝火营地立足于中国，与多家国际一流游戏媒体同行达成正式内容合作关系，源源不断地将最新鲜的游戏资讯第一时间带给全球中文游戏玩家。自成立以来，篝火营地在全网的内容浏览量已经超过5亿，服务了数百万的读者和玩家。我们的愿景是做游戏文化传播者。您可以在全球各大手机应用市场下载篝火营地 APP， 或者访问3w.gamebonfire.com 来加入游戏传播者的行列。
Bandai Namco's tomorrow.
As a part of Play For All, GameSpot will be bringing you the latest gaming news and announcements, interviews with developers, the biggest press conferences, and lots more. Play For All is our yearly online event that combines the excitement and announcements of E3 with charity live streams the following week with lots of special guests who are going to help us raise money for able gamers. So join us in June for E3 and Play For All on GameSpot.com, YouTube.com/GameSpot, Twitch.tv/GameSpot, and as a part of the E3's official broadcast.
Means a lot.
See you then.
I remember this one time I was at E3 on sitting there for lunch, and we were just sitting there eating, and then we got talking. We talked business, then we started talking games. I remember talking about Assassin's Creed, and I was saying how I snuck in the room, I climbed on the wall,
vibe.
Then I jumped down, I took the knife, and I stabbed the person in the back. I looked over to my left, and I saw these people talk. They were talking, then they stopped listening, like, oh my God, what is he talking about? He just talking about killing somebody? I said, it's a video game. They're like, oh, okay.
I want us to always be at the same level.
Man, these people thought I killed somebody.
I want us to always
they thought I was
friends.
a hitman. I was like, oh, this is too funny.
I don't want anything other than that. I just want us to support each other.
Thanks to our sponsors at DoorDash. Get more from your neighborhood, from restaurants and convenience to grocery and corner stores.
Thanks, Randy.
All right, folks. Well, we are back here at E3 2021. And, here's the truth, guys. Sometimes the most difficult discussions, are the ones that you need to have the most. And with the gaming community already being such a diverse place, it's time for the creative space to reflect that. So here's take two with an important discussion on the necessity of diversity,
thank you, guys,
equity, and inclusion, and the corporate responsibility to honor those things.
Here's take two.
Hello, I'm Alan Lewis, Vice President of Corporate Communications and Public Affairs for Take-Two Interactive. Thank you for joining us today and welcome to Virtual E3 2021. Take-Two, like many organizations, is deeply committed to and actively involved in numerous initiatives to enhance diversity, equity, and inclusion within our society and industry. Affecting meaningful, sustainable change is a continuous process, and there is no one solution that can achieve that goal. We believe that to enact change, especially for those in underserved and underrepresented communities, there needs to be a continuum of activism and engagement with educational programs serving as its core foundation. Beginning with children in elementary school, we have the ability to light a spark of creativity, intellectual curiosity, and wonder that can last a lifetime. Continuing through middle and high school, we can support and nurture students during their formative years and increase the depth of their skills that can provide a pathway to attending one of the 400 plus colleges and universities within the United States that offer degrees in game design. Providing opportunities to attend these academic institutions, including need-based financial support, is also a critical component to helping end generational cycles of inequality. And while pursuing their creative and technical degrees, students can learn firsthand from industry leaders that share their experience, acumen, and passion through one-on-one mentoring and internships at our organization. Together, if our industry can execute this continuum, we will have invested meaningfully in the lives of the youth from these communities for more than a decade before they begin their professional journey. Diversity and inclusion make us a better industry for today, and most importantly, for tomorrow. It allows us to make better entertainment experiences that are authentic, culturally relevant, and reflective of the audiences that enjoy them. Today, we have brought together a few of our important partners who will share their organization's mission and role in this endeavor, as well as their insights on how we as an industry can continue to take these important steps together for the future. We hope that you find their work as inspiring as we do. It is now my pleasure to turn things over to my colleague, Tomi Lagans, Director of Diversity and Inclusion for 2K, who will be the moderator.
Ace, Bandai Namco's tomorrow.
Thanks, Alan. It's my pleasure to be your moderator for today's session. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce my esteemed panelists today. We're going to start off with Jim Huntley. Jim Huntley is currently the professor and head of marketing at USC. Jim is a faculty advisor, and he's an executive producer for USC Games Expo and a co-founding partner of PACU Gaming. Next, we have Susanna Pollock. Susanna is the president of Games for Change, which is a nonprofit that empowers game creators and social innovators to drive real-world impact through games and immersive media. Next to Susanna, we have Gordon Bellamy. Gordon is a professor of practice of cinematographic arts at USC. He is also the head of USC Bridge Incubator, which is a program that helps to cultivate the next generation of leaders in the video game industry.
There will definitely be games for Capcom.
And last, next to Gordon, we have Layla Shabir. Layla is the founder of Girls Make Games, which offers a series of summer camps, workshops, and game jams designed to inspire the next generation of designers, creators, and engineers. Welcome to all of you, great panelists, and thank you so much for joining our important discussion today. Now, I'd like to dive right in here, and Jim, I'm going to start with you. In Alan's opening, he mentioned something that was so important, and it was really just talking about the increasing role that diversity, equity, and inclusion it is playing in the video game industry today. So before we get into the big concepts that we're talking about here, let's just break some things down for our viewers. Jim, can you help us understand and talk about equity and diversity and why it's so important in the conversation about the video game industry today?
Absolutely. Equity and diversity has been a challenge for the gaming industry
this is pretty rough
since its inception.
Gonna be this
it hasn't really
for 40 minutes.
Changed very much over time. But I think the biggest change that people are seeing in the last 2 to 3 years are the lack of it in the modern era. And
I really respect what you're doing, and I get it.
Behind not having better equity and
during
diversity
E3, during a presentation like this,
from here on out. So what I like about working with companies like Take-Two and some other companies that reached out to me about an initiative we started called the Gerald A. Lawson Endowment Fund is that companies are now looking to invest in getting more diversity in their ranks and getting more stories told from different points of view.
I appreciate that. That's great conversation there. So
if it was like a quick 10-minute thing,
inequities
that would be cool.
I
could be down with that. But if it's going to be an hour,
talk about that
it's
whole
be a little
aspect
rough.
And just getting people in the right mindset to understand what's available for them as majors in this industry. Jim, just talk to us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So a lot of what we've been focusing on from a USC Games perspective is making sure that students of color, Black and Indigenous students in particular, because they have the least
I like how their
amount of
cameras are all
representation
like
within our industry out of
all over the place.
Various demographic groups. We've been focusing on scholarships, but the challenge that we have, and I think the challenge that society and the industry has, is it starts earlier than that. There's a phrase from, I can't remember who to attribute to, but there's a phrase that he used that I remember saying, the inequities of our past pay dividends into the future. And that sticks with me because the reality is if you don't have a great opportunity or access to computer science labs and specialized education in grade school and high school and junior high school, the odds of you having a great portfolio piece when it comes time to apply to a program like ours puts you at a deficit.
Yeah, I wish they would slip in a trailer as well.
Let's see. Rolling on into the future, generation after
Mythical
generation,
Games goes
the gap between the ability to get into some of these slots
45
in game
minutes.
design, and not being able to get them gets wider and wider.
Should we?
So we need to do.
Do you
a
guys
better
want me to
job
just
as a
play some
society,
trailers
and
from
we
yesterday
are
instead of
willing to do our
watching
part
this?
and help work with companies like Take-Two to lead the vanguard on how do we get students some opportunity from grade school? Like how do we make sure
if you
that
guys,
they see
want me
this
to
as
do
an
that
option? Because
instead of
when I, as a
watching this,
black
we
man,
can
get in front of a small group of grade school students, and I say I work in the video game industry, you can see the eyes just their minds explode because they've never seen anyone like me and the videos they see on YouTube or other visitors.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Seminars. So it's important to show that we have a presence here, but it's also important to make sure.
Let's look at this one. This one looked really cool. And then we'll look at Avatar.
I'm gonna have to take you apart again. Hey, Dad, anything interesting?
I'm gonna keep their conference up on my phone in case they decide to show something different.
Go on, make yourself useful.
So, that was fun, right?
Philip, no.
That's your cue, mate.
Sleep tight.
You know what this reminds me of? My time in the Himalayas.
Ready's later, Dad.
The cursing Spanish lady plus the exactly.
Hey, asshole!
Oh, we'll show the Avatar trailer next. It's good. It's really good. The graphics are amazing. Thanks, Jake. This is much better. We couldn't take much more of that. Yeah, of course. I understand.
How do we always get into this shit?
In the field in Redfall,
Look, it's me.
Massachusetts. Behind me, we are witnessing clear signs of cult activity as the locals engage. Hey!
Really hope the video was worth it.
Everybody, fall back! People need to know what happened.
Ants Online dropped this morning.
Thank you, Layla.
Walmart dropped this morning.
Oh, Jacob.
Sam's Club dropped this morning.
Now or never!
Where's the other one? Where'd it go?
Give me a taste, bloodbath.
Bloody hell.
Taste this, cabrona! Ah! Jacob, there's something!
Take-Two is pretty bad. It's still just the panel. I'm still watching it over here.
Dev's gonna love this one.
The whole chat is just getting so upset. We're gonna do Avatar next. I can do Guardians of the Galaxy after that.
You better have a plan, Jacob!
Yep. Don't miss.
Don't touch me!
Look! A new one!
Primo, venate! Go, go!
Hi, Laguna.
It's only just begun.
I think there's vampire in this.
Really? What does it taste like? Be specific.
Like blood and death. And strawberry.
I think the Final Fantasy game was the best thing that came out of Square.
Let's keep moving.
Final Fantasy Origin.
Sure thing, Edgar Allan Bro.
That's a good one.
Do you think
Yeah,
things
thanks,
will
Jenna.
ever go back to normal?
Would you want to go back to normal?
Not if I
He
still
just
have
needs
to pay
some
my
finger
student
guns, then
loans.
he's all me. That looks really cool. All right, let's see the Avatar one now.
Play it day one.
Go Philip. We'll watch the new Final Fantasy game in Guardians of the Galaxy after this. Take-Two is doing an interactive panel. It was painful to watch, so we're watching trailers. I agree, Charlotte. Yes, Sonny, I will. Yes, Jenna. It is the Soul Style one. We should watch the Forbidden West trailer, actually. We should. All right. Here's the Final Fantasy one.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission. Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I only know one thing. I want to kill chaos. I need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger. Thirst.
Move aside! You're dust!
You sure chaos is here?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
Feel the pain!
The darkness is so thick I can taste it. This is it. No doubt.
Die already!
Is the demo still messed up, Jose?
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
I'll crush you! Know when you're beaten!
And who are you? We're here to kill Chaos.
The prophecy's very own Warriors of Light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
True, Brittany. We'll watch those trailers.
It's Garland.
Sure.
No. I become Chaos.
Thanks, Alex. All right, Guardians. All right, the only problem is I'm going to play it without the music because otherwise we're just going to get copyright claimed really badly. Do you think Final Fantasy 15 looked graphically better than the new Origins game? I can actually kind of see that. I can kind of see your point. Oh, Philip, that really hurt my ears, buddy. Rest in peace, Take-Two. Yep. Perfect timing on the bark. Sonny, I never said it would happen tomorrow. I just said it would be happening probably sometime in the next few weeks. And to be honest, I don't think tomorrow because Nintendo just tweeted today that it's only going to be software. So they're kind of setting it up to be that it's not going to be announced tomorrow. So we'll see. Yep, the new FF is a Souls-like. That is correct. Take a look at the Forza trailer. This game looks gorgeous. Walmart was like 3 a.m. Eastern time. I tweeted it, Alex, when it happened. Gosh, I forgot all the music. Becky, Souls-like just means the gameplay is similar to Dark Souls. Yeah, Eli, I live streamed the Horizon Forbidden West trailer when they dropped it. I streamed it. Looks very good, I agree. Yeah, I play racing games. Oh boy. I want to look at the Mario Rabbids game again. That game looks gorgeous. The little star was cute. Hey, what's up, Scrubbing? Avian, I'm good. How are you? I'm actually not doing that good. I'm actually having a really hard time today, so I'm not talking that much today. I'm just having a hard time breathing. Tony the Tiger. Hey, Jordan. That this game might have been my favorite announcement so far, man. Okay. Take Two still doing the Take Two? Yes. Yes, they are. Hey, Kate. Hey, Borfest. What else are we gonna look at? Thanks, Jenna. I'm totally blanking on what other trailers we're gonna look at. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Oh yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. That's a good call. No, Kate, I'm kind of having a hard day, actually. Okay. Oh my god, Sony made it to E3. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna mute myself while we watch this for a minute.
Easy, easy. It's okay. You're safe now. Here. Wait, what happened? Where's Erend?
Ambush. Ruins are crawling with raiders. They hit our camp hard. We ran and they chased us down. Aaron was away from camp. Scouting. I bet he's still out there.
What was that?
Raiders got machines on their side. Claw Striders. You should go after Aaron. If they find him before
Okay. You guys are right. I should stop streaming. I'm sorry. It's just literally hard to actually talk. Like physically, not not like I'm not like choked up emotionally. It's just like physically. Like all right. All right, I'll probably end the stream now, but thanks for understanding, you guys. Sorry that Take-Two was a disappointment. I thought that Rockstar would be there, and they weren't, and it was just the panel, so I'm sorry for that. It was really lame. I'm sorry that I won't be able to stream Capcom later, but everyone that was here today was really kind and supportive, and lifted me up a lot. So I just want you guys to know, even though I'm like having a hard time speaking, getting my words out, I'm good. Just like mentally and emotionally, I'm good. It's just physically, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep streaming for like 5 minutes. But yeah, the schedule's in the description. So Mythical Games will be next. Then there's an indie showcase. Then Freedom Games, and then Capcom, and then Razer. It's not allergies, Dre. It's cystic fibrosis. You know what, guys? I really would like to show you guys something before I end the stream. About cystic fibrosis. This was okay, this is only a 2-minute video. But this girl right here, she had cystic fibrosis. She died when she was 21 from cystic fibrosis. But I used to watch her YouTube videos all the time because she was really a lot better at explaining it than I ever could be. So I just wanted to share this with you guys for a second. Literally 2 minutes.
So, many of you are probably wondering what is with the oxygen. I am not Hazel Grace from the Fault in Our Stars. For those of you weirdos that don't know and live under a rock or something, I do not have cancer, and I am not that girl from the Bates Motel, even though, yes, she does have cystic fibrosis. If any of you guys watch the creepy show of the Bates Motel, because apparently now it is cool to be a teenager with oxygen. Notice, it's only teenage girls who have
Thank you,
oxygen.
Matt, actually.
I wonder what that's about. I want to see some, like, hot teenage boys rocking the oxygen. That'd be kind of awesome, right? Anyone with oxygen fetishes are, like, really going crazy right now. What was I saying? Right. So, why I have the oxygen. I have something called cystic fibrosis. Yes, don't I, Olive? Yes. Oh, yes, she knows very much about cystic fibrosis. So cystic fibrosis is pretty much a genetic disease, and which means you're born with it, and it's progressive, so it gets worse as you get older. And it causes an overload of mucus to form in all of your organs, and it causes different problems in every single organ, right? So your nose, you just get stuffy noses and sinus infections, and you get lung infections. You have a really high metabolism. I have to eat around 4,500 calories a day. For those of you who don't know, that is like the amount of a sumo wrestler. And I don't know if any of you notice, I don't look like a sumo wrestler here. I'm like, you know, I just broke 100 pounds for like the first time in my entire life. So I eat a lot of food, get sick a lot. I have to go to the hospital normally 2 weeks at a time, every few months for antibiotic treatments. 4 hours of treatments a day. It's crazy. And then it also shuts down my pancreas and liver and, oh, hello. And all of these organs over time. And it's called the ripple effect illness because it causes different problems in different parts of your body. Because my pancreas is shut down, it means that I have CF-related diabetes. And because I have immunoproblems, means that I have, very high blood count, and that causes a lot of other issues. I get sick a lot. It's kind of like having 5 or 6 illnesses all wrapped into one nice little package and tied off with an oxygen tube.
But anyways, yeah, if you guys saw that movie 5 Feet Apart, that was about people with cystic fibrosis, and that girl that I just showed you the video of, she was like the main consultant for that movie. Take-Two's during their presentation right now, and it's awful. It's really bad. But all right, anyways, I'm gonna get some rest. I'm just gonna go crawl on my bed right there and just try to recover a little bit, Sorry that we can't end it with a hype sesh, but I promise we're gonna do a big ol' hype sesh tomorrow. You're welcome. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching that. I hate ending a stream early like this, especially when there's so many people out here supporting me. But thank you guys. I just want you guys to know that this is just a small thing I have to deal with. And that really, I'm a really, really lucky person to have all you guys. And I appreciate you a lot. It's always scary when I have to change my life around because of this. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Okay. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not okay, because I am okay. God, I just don't want to end it like this. Okay. Guys, come back tomorrow. In the morning, we'll do a big hype sesh. You guys will see that I'm fine. We all have stuff like this that we go through, right? So, I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Thanks for being here. I will I'll get my rest. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your love and support. I feel it so deeply. I'm gonna end the stream, but I just want you to know when I cut it off, like I'm 100% okay. I will tweet out an update because I'll probably take the day off from doing restock information as well. I'm probably just gonna take the day off from everything, from Twitter, from YouTube, from all the stuff. But tomorrow is going to be Nintendo's presentation at E3. Hopefully they don't let us down. And I will 100% be ready for that. So I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.